Good morning. We are back in our elevate phase this week. So we're going to be focusing on hypertrophy, also known as toning, and endurance. We've got two circuits. Our first circuit is our toning circuit. We're going to be doing each exercise for 45 seconds. We've got 4 different stations that have 2 exercises. So 45 seconds each, 2 times through. Then when we get to the endurance circuit, we're going to be doing 7 different exercises, 90 seconds straight, 1 time through. Let's get started. All right, guys, let's get into this toning circuit. But before we do that, I want to talk about equipment. Whatever weights you have, bring them. Dumbbells, kettlebells, if you have resistance bands, bring that stuff. If you don't, grab a couple gallons of water or any liquid, cans, water bottles, weighted backpack. Let's get creative, but definitely have some weight options handy. And I'll shout out when you can use them, or you can just grab them when you see an opportunity as well. Station 1, we're going to do an alternating pulse lunge, and we're going to switch that with a pike push-up. So for your lunge, you're going to take a nice big step back. We're going to pulse 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to bring it up, squeezing at the top, switching to the other side. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. This is a great opportunity for weight. You can have 1 on each side. You can have 1 holding in the center. You can put a band around your knees. You can also use a slider to slide your foot back as opposed to using that step, or you can use a towel. So now we're switching to the pike push-up. Let's walk it out. Face between your hands, up on your toes, and push up. Bringing your face down to the floor. Station 2, we're going to be doing a transfer crunch, and we're also going to do a plank pull through. So we're going to get on the ground. Feel free to use weight within this, but I have a water bottle right here, and I'll show you why. So lay back, bring your knees up at a 90-degree angle. For our transfer crunch, I'm going to hold the water bottle. I'm going to extend overhead, touching on the floor in between each rep. I'm going to crunch, put the water bottle in between my legs, go back down, crunch, get the water bottle, touch. So we're going to keep alternating, transferring with that crunch. Next, plank pull through. You're going to be in a full plank, and I'm going to place the water bottle on one side. Now this water bottle could be a weight, it could be a dumbbell, it could just be a towel if you just want to do the movement and you don't want it to be attached to weight. We're going to do a full plank, and I'm going to reach through, grab it, pull it to the other side. Station 3, we're going to do a hip thrust with an abduction move at the top, and then we're going to do a glute bridge with a chest fly. So go ahead and have those dumbbells nearby, upper body weight. I would say if you have 10, maybe 12 and a half, that would be perfect. 7 and a half, 8, anything in that range. I'm going to have these water bottles. So we're going to lay back. This is also a great time to put your loop band around your thighs. So you're going to lift those glutes in your hip thrust, and then you're going to bring your thighs out and back in as you squeeze the glutes at the top. Coming back down, but we're not resting when we come down. Coming back up to squeeze, abduction, and bring it back down. After you've done that for 45 seconds, you're going to have your weight, and really you can have it the whole time so that you're ready to go. But you're going to bring your hips back up, and you're going to hold there. And while we're there, we're going to do a chest fly. Coming down slowly, squeezing, taking our time. Station 4, we're going to do a curtsy lunge to a side leg lift, and then we're going to switch that with a standing oblique crunch to a toe touch. Your curtsy lunge, as opposed to stepping back for your normal lunge, you're going to step behind you for your curtsy. So we're going to step back, curtsy lunge. When you step back up, the same leg that is in the front for the lunge is going to lift for the side leg lift. So curtsy lunge, side leg lift. Really activating this glute the entire time, pushing through that heel and lift. Then we're going to trade that with an oblique crunch to a toe touch. We're going to stay on that same leg, but now we're going to do a standing oblique crunch to a toe touch. Let's get to our endurance circuit. So, first exercise, first of 7. We're going to be doing a monster walk to a half burpee. So your monster walk, you're going to sit in that squat, and then you're going to stay low and walk. Now once you're here, you go about 4 steps. We're going to do our half burpee. Put our hands down, pop it back, and stay right here. Then we're going to walk it back, about 4. Same thing, half burpee, and continue. Next one, squat jumps to kneeling up downs. So when you do your squat jumps, we want to get low each time. And then after you've done about 3, you're going to stay low, come down to your knees, stay low, and go back down to your knees. Then we squat jump again. And we go down and up. Let's switch which leg leads each time you do your kneeling up downs. Next up, we've got crab toe touches. You're going to come back down to the floor. You're going to lift your hips off of the ground with your fingers facing you, your hands kind of close to you. Lift those hips. And now you're going to alternate lifting each leg and touch it with the opposite hand. Next up, we've got football jump squats. When you jump your feet out, at the same time, you're going to touch the floor. Then you're going to jump in. When you jump back out, touch the floor on the other side. Next up, we've got skater to floor touch. So you're going to lift one of your legs. You're going to bend the other slightly, and you've got all of your weight in this heel. We're now going to jump to the other side. So this is your skater move. Feel free to make that as big as you like. But what we're going to do is each time you skate, you're going to touch the floor. Skate, touch the floor. Okay, so hollow hold to tabletop. You are going to sit on your bottom. You're going to explode into a hollow hold. And then you're going to come up, place your hands and feet immediately, and push those hips up to a tabletop. Come back down, hollow hold, bring it back up, tabletop. Modification, lay back without taking your legs with you, sit it back up, tabletop. And last but certainly not least, we've got our high-low plank with a push-up. You're going to come out and do your forearm plank with your hips level. You're going to come up for your high plank, come back down for your low plank. Now when you come up again, push up, low plank, come up, push up. And then you'll be done with your endurance circuit.